Hello again. Today is day 2 of Mind v Spirit, and it's just a joy to be here today. I'm in my adventure playground called Happy Park, which was named Happy Park by my wonderful stepdaughter. And I'm up here alone. I've only seen 1 or 2 people. I'm not alone. I'm here with Jake actually, but there's no other people here. So it kind of feels a little bit like it's on my park today. Feel excited to be here, like I said. This is the second video I've tried to make today because the first one didn't work, so I had to climb all the way up here again, which I began to let irritate me, and then I thought, no, it's meant to be. The second video will probably be better. So, thank you so much for all your messages and so on from yesterday. It's kind of encouraging. And just wanted to share 1 or 2 things that have happened in the last 24 hours with you, just to sort of explain what I've been dealing with. Not big deals at all, and I appreciate there's so many people in this world that suffer hardship, and I'm not in any way comparing any of this to that, and nor underestimating that. So just want to send lots of love to everyone first, and just want to check that this is recording because I screwed it up last time, so let me just check. Yeah, we are. So, Mind v Spirit. Say hi to Jake. Jake! Hello, Jake. Good boy. A couple of things happened to the last 24 hours or so. One very, very minor, and one still minor, but a little bit more significant. Pretty much getting ready to go to bed last night. Realised I hadn't bought milk for breakfast in the morning, so I had to go shop with my fiancée, out into the freezing cold, blah, blah, blah. After feeling very peaceful and ready to go to bed, and I began to feel the urge to moan because it was cold, moan because I'd forgotten the milk, and I just stopped myself, quieted my mind, went into my heart, and began to feel the cold rather than think the cold and think how cold it was and how much it was getting into my bones and how damp it was and how unpleasant it was, and it kind of got enjoyable, which was strange because I'm not particularly great with the cold, but I thought, you know what, just go with it. I acknowledged it, and I just felt it, and it suddenly seemed to feel quite nice. Now, that's the only way I can explain it. So, anyway, my point is I had potential to moan and groan and get grumpy, but I didn't, and I just accepted where I was and what was happening, and it was all okay, and I had as good night's sleep as I can get these days with all the energies and so on that come into me at night. Second thing today was I'd agreed to do a favour for someone very special, and thought I was helping them and thought I was taking away pressure from them. We had a set time for me to, basically it was delivering documents, set time for me to pick them up, and I decided to give the person extra time because I didn't want them to feel under pressure. The time came for me to ring them, and they said they'd given the task to somebody else. So I was like okay with it initially, but then when I put the phone down I started to think, but why would you give it to somebody else? I've sat here and waited for you and done this for you, and this other person, because it's a sensitive issue that we're dealing with, this other person might cock it up, and all this sort of thing. Began to moan again in my own head, and began to start to rob myself of contentness, because I was very content. I'd been on the beach with my dog and playing and thinking of things to write and stories to tell, and again very, very fortunate, and I really, really recognise that. And I'm not for 1 minute comparing myself to anybody that goes through hardship, because I'm really not, and I just send love and thoughts and energy to those people and to anyone that needs it. Anyway, so I was beginning to sabotage and live in my mind and start to ask why, and why not, and why couldn't, and why shouldn't, and then I just stopped myself, and I just said, no, stop thinking, shut up, Vernon, and just feel. And then I suddenly just got overwhelmed with feelings, and some thoughts, to be honest, but feelings that this person had just loved me and chosen to give it to somebody else, so I wouldn't be in a potentially confrontational situation. I'd luckily been able to spend more time on the beach with my dog because I thought I was giving this person more time, so I was out in nature for longer than expected, and everything was just okay, and it really didn't matter that I didn't have to do that extra thing. And it was only my ego that was stepping in and saying, but why didn't they want you to do it? And why did they give it to this other person that you could have done better than the other person? And I just thought, this is all just nonsense. And I could have, 2 years, 3 years ago, I'd have carried that with me all day. And then I would have had a sit-down chat about it and, and told this person how they made me feel. But when, of course, that didn't make me feel anything. My mind made me feel or think that way. So, after 10 minutes, I was, if not less, I was just blissed out with the whole situation. And I've been laughing about it all day now, and just seeing what we can do to ourselves if we let ourselves. And what conclusion I'm coming up with is, the less we moan out loud and inside, and the more we just relax, the more we'll become connected to our spirit, the freer we'll be, the happier we'll be. And if we can live in our hearts and just live from a love point of view, we'll just begin to slowly free our souls, because we're all souls anyway. And again, like I said yesterday, if we can just connect to nature, if we're getting frustrated or whatever, just get outside. And I know not everybody has the luxury or blessing of time, but if you can just get outside and, hug a tree, and I know how that sounds, and I would have absolutely ridiculed somebody if they'd have said that to me 4 years ago, 3 years ago. But I do it pretty often now, and let me tell you, it works. It grounds you, opens up your spirituality, and just brings peace. So me and Jake are about to slide down that slide, so that should be fun. Jakey, say goodbye. He's a good boy. So, up here from my adventure playground, which I absolutely love, and absolutely so much love for everyone out there. Live in your heart where you can, quiet your mind when you can, free your soul when you can. Lots of love. Thank you. Here goes nothing. Jake doesn't look too happy about it, but it'll be okay because we've done it. Hey, good boy.